everyone, and welcome to a chat with our September 2024 grant winners for Women's Net. Today, we're going to be speaking with Tammie Mattos of Nutripath, who's our business-specific grant winner, Gabrielle Bosnic of Serene Moms, who's our startup grant winner, and Carol Fitzgerald of Hazy Fudge, who's our Amber grant winner. You may have heard, if you've seen any of the past videos, that at the beginning of 2024, Women's Net decided to increase the number of monthly $10,000 grants that we give from one grant to three. So the startup grant, which is new this year, is for entrepreneurs in the idea phase of developing their business or who have started the business but haven't yet made $10,000 in sales. So really early stage. The business specific monthly grant is for a company that operates in that month's category. For September, that was education and childcare, but it changes every month. And then our Amber grant is open to all women business owners in the US and Canada. I'm Marsha Layton Turner. I'm one of several Women's Net Advisory Board members, and I have the great pleasure to learn from all of our winners each month. So thank you all for being here, Tammie, Gabrielle, and Carol. So we have just a few questions to learn a little bit about your companies. I know our members are always curious about who are the winners, what do they do, who are they? So let's start with Tammie first. Could you tell everybody who's watching a little bit about your company, where the idea came from? Just tell us all a little bit about it.
Sure. So Nutripath is my health coaching business where I help parents improve their kids' eating habits in just 60 days. The idea came from my time as a second grade teacher where I witnessed firsthand how poor nutrition affected my kiddos' behavior, health, and learning. And after transforming my own health through whole food nutrition, I became passionate about guiding families toward better choices. So Nutripath allows me to combine my background in education and nutrition to help empower families to make those positive changes.
Awesome. Gabrielle, how about you? Tell everybody a little bit about Serene Moms.
Sure. So Serene Moms is an online wellness studio and community space designed specifically for moms of infants and young toddlers. I started Serene Moms after becoming a mom myself and struggling during the postpartum phase. I found it difficult to make friends and deal with all of the emotions that came with motherhood. So I wanted to make sure I created a supportive space where women can access mindfulness resources and different health resources while also making friends with other moms.
Excellent. And Carol, how about you? Tell everybody about Hazy Fudge.
Hi. Yeah. Hazy Fudge is an alcohol-infused fudge, and it's made with locally sourced ingredients. So we have milk from 300 family dairy farms and local wine and bourbon. So we're providing more resources and local jobs, as well as using some of the resources there. And it got a real funny start. My son, Bobby, was in a band called Whiskey Shivers, and they had the opportunity to be in the movie Pitch Perfect 3. And after the movie, they were touring all over the US and Europe. And being a mom, I tried to connect with people and say, hey, can somebody give them a couch or a meal? And I was just thrilled with the support that they got from family members and friends. So that year for Christmas, I made a whiskey infused fudge and sent it out to everybody, and everybody loved it. But I didn't start it as a business then. I just kept it as a gift and a special treat. And then I learned about the Dairy Runway program that's hosted by Cornell's Center for Regional Economic Advancement. And in July 23, I applied, and it's a program for people with innovative ideas of using dairy and cow's milk in particular from New York. So I was one of 10 people in the program, and I got to use all of the resources and mentors there to really validate and test out that it was a worthwhile business, and got to use their pilot plant to create the first prototype of the product and scale it up. And then went into the Food Spark program with in Geneva, and that's another program, New York State Center of Excellence for Food and Agriculture at Cornell. So I get to learn all the production and regulatory sides of that. So after having that kind of support and boost, there was no choice in starting a business. So at 66, when I'm thinking about retiring, I'm now not. It started a whole new venture that both my adult children and my husband are involved in too.
Wow. That's so funny that your business started as gifts, because that's exactly
Yeah.
how George Clooney's tequila brand was at
Uh-huh.
Casamigos. He and his business partner were making tequila and giving it out as gifts, and just like you, everybody was clamoring for it. Where can I get more of that? And so now it's like $1 billion tequila company. So I hope that happens for
Hope
you
I
too.
follow George.
Yes.
So, were there any resources that you three found were especially helpful as you were getting started or growing? Was there one that you might recommend to other women business owners who are kind of where you are? And Gabrielle, let's start with you this time.
Sure. So one resource I found very helpful was a book I had read. It's called Launch by Jeff Walker, and it walks you through the beginning stages of marketing a product online. I didn't have much experience with marketing products online prior, but I was in recruiting, which is very similar to sales. I did recruiting for about 2 years in a corporate setting. So I was able to take strategies that I learned from my corporate job alongside the technical pieces from the book and really build up an online brand. And I would definitely suggest that book and his resources to anyone that's starting even very beginner stages advertising online.
I have that book. It is a good book. I agree
It's
with
so
you.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Carol, how about you? Any resource? You mentioned several when you were talking about your company, but are there
Yeah.
any that a women business owner might find especially helpful?
Yeah, I researched like businesses and actually called up and went and met with people. So I went and met people that made chocolate and other food products so that I could hear some of the things that they ran into along the way. And just having an amazing network of women. If you don't have one, there's lots of groups to meet out to, and it can be lonely when you're starting a business and frustrating and days that you just forget it. And being able to call somebody that's been through it before or can help you has been tremendous for me.
Excellent. And if any of you are not already in our Women's Net Facebook group, we have close to 25,000 women business owners that are already in there. So I hope you'll join. And Tammie, what resource might you suggest?
Well, as a lifelong learner, I knew investing in myself was the key to making a real difference. Coming from the classroom and launching into nutrition, I knew that I needed to find some mentors and coaches, and creating my website. I wasn't even on social media when I started this journey. So, learning about LinkedIn, each area required a different expertise and a different mentor and a different coach. So, becoming a certified family health coach gave me that foundation to guide families on their nutrition journey. So, I just say connecting with mentors who aligned with my mission was invaluable, and their guidance gave me the confidence to launch Nutripath. So I would suggest, and recommend to anybody that's just starting to make sure that you find someone that aligns with what you're doing. It is definitely the key.
And it sounds like perhaps exploring a certification in your industry might be useful as well.
Absolutely. So I started first just learning about social media and how to build a website and how to run ads. And then I knew that there was a piece that was missing. And that's when I finally decided to go back to school, get certified so that I could help and empower other families on their journey. So yes, that was definitely helpful.
Wonderful. So I suspect that marketing has played a big role in getting you to where you are now. So were there any specific marketing strategies that you use that you found really useful, or are there any that you're testing out now that you're having some success with and that you might recommend to other women business owners? And Carol, let's start with you. Any thoughts about that?
Yeah. I am in the beginning looking at packaging and the recipes and going. So I started going to festivals and events and doing tastings so that I could see people's reactions and make changes. And especially with the packaging, it changed a lot over the time, but it was so helpful to be able to do that and be able to get the instant feedback from people and pivot a little bit on what I was doing. And I think that saved me a lot in the long run to be able to test it out before I actually started to sell the product.
Yeah, smart. It's in-person market research, really, while you're
Yeah.
also selling. Yeah, excellent. Tammie, how about you? What's one marketing tactic that you might suggest?
Well, social media, as I said, has been a key part of my business, of my marketing, where I share tips and engage with parents on platforms like LinkedIn and Facebook. I also offer interactive workshops on topics like traffic light eating, pantry makeovers, or reading and just understanding ingredient labels, which give parents practical tools that they can use immediately. But looking ahead, I plan to grow my presence through email marketing. I want to be able to provide, health and nutrition tips to my subscribers. Um, my focus is on delivering value and building the relationships, which I believe is the foundation of long-term success.
Very smart. And Gabrielle, how about you?
Yeah, I would say, kind of piggybacking off that, really understanding how sales funnels function in social media specifically based on each app, because every app is so different. So I think every app will have a slightly unique sales funnel, and you really have to work that for your specific niche market. One thing that's really helped me within the funnel is having a very high quality lead magnet. Having the free class, something I can give for free that will persuade people to build that relationship with me initially, get on my email list, try a class, try a meditation, and then you can walk them through the funnel, right? But I think first understanding the funnel, and second, really having that top tier, top quality lead magnet, the best thing you can offer, is the best way to bring customers. It sounds counterintuitive to give something for free, but I think it really does work.
Absolutely.
Totally agree. Yeah, because it's a way to demonstrate how much you know and the reaction you want. And then it sounds like you're getting is people read it and think, wow, like if she's giving this for free, imagine what I would get if I actually paid for it. So
Yes.
Exactly. It builds the credibility and social proof for sure.
yeah, excellent. Well, this has been fascinating. Since, as I mentioned, we have a great Facebook group and email list of women business owners who really like supporting other women business owners, how can we support you? What's one thing that maybe our members can do to support all of you? And Tammie, let me ask you first.
So I would say sharing or engaging with my content on social media, connecting me with families who could benefit from my coaching, attending or even recommending my workshops. Those would all be meaningful ways to help me.
What's your favorite platform or the preferred one that you'd like people to go to, Tammie?
LinkedIn.
LinkedIn. Okay, awesome. Gabrielle, how about you? What's one thing that we could do to help you?
Yeah, follow my Instagram page. It's at Serene Moms, SereneMoms. Check out my content, see what resonates with you. If it doesn't resonate with you, share it with other moms within the community. Definitely follow my page.
Awesome. Carol, how about you?
Definitely following my Instagram at hazyfudge.com, and also connecting with other mentors as I continue to grow my business. Funding for the next stage is top of mind right now, trying to make some decisions of which way to go. So that would be important.
Excellent. Well, thank you three so much for sharing your story with the Women's Net community, and congratulations again on being our 3 September grant winners.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.